everyone. A 3.0T comparison today from my red S4, Audi S4, versus your blue.
Yeah, S5.
S5.
2016 S5, Premium Plus. Got like every option that you could pick from factory. Napa leather, carbon interior. We got 20-inch premium wheels that are dirty as shit right now, but it's okay. I polished the half of the car that you guys are looking at. Pretty much bone stock, not even a little intake, exhaust, nothing. Not even a fucking valve stem cap.
Nothing.
It's literally just bone stock.
Nothing.
I bought it like a year ago. One owner previous to me, an older guy, just drove it around like weekends. I mean, it's a 10-year-old car with 50,000 miles, so it was driven about like 3,000 to 4,000 miles a year, if that. But I probably put like 10K miles on it already myself. But I drive it every day, from work, back, to school, everywhere. It's like my daily, but I love it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. And yours, I heard, is not stock?
My S4 is not stock. As you can see, the paint job needs a little fixing, but going past the point.
Cosmetic, but how is it mechanically?
Mechanically, it's got a supercharged 3.0T just like yours, but it's tuned, making 100 more horsepower. It's making, I think, 420 horsepower with the Quattro all-wheel drive system, and the transmission is tuned as well. A little bit cosmetic. I just did I did the duckbill and the diffuser, and I did a little bit to the exhaust, which is pretty much only keep the mufflers and cut off the 2 resonators. But my plans for the exhaust though is to go test pipes and honestly just buy the AWE exhaust and just slap it on there.
That's what I'm gonna get, AWE.
And then I also have the intake, carbon fiber red. Everything is literally just normal, but I have the ECS tuning, cold air intake, red Kevlar carbon fiber, whatever they called it there. It's pretty cool, it fits with the car. Reliability wise, I mean, this is like...
Probably not reliable.
No, it's pretty reliable. For me at least. I got 100, I just hit 111 miles. So 111,000 miles essentially. The only major defects you have with these things is the transmission, the M-box, the Multitronic system, and then the water pump, and maybe the thermostat. And then maybe the timing chain, but those are actually kind of reliable, I'm not gonna lie.
These cars are pretty complete, but they do leave a little bit to be desired. Like, you know, when I drive it, you know, it's fast, it's like got the power down low when I want it to because of the supercharger, but it's not, it's an Audi. It's not really like, yo, look at my car. It's more like I'm gonna fly under the radar.
Bro, that's the thing I love about Audis though, is how just sleeper it is, honestly. I love the sleeperness of Audis. Like,
they look like the A5, but they just have an S badge on it. You wouldn't tell.
One thing I say is it being tuned and having my car stock, I'd say that for it being an S4, because we don't get the RS4s here in America. So this is how this car should have been out the factory, seriously. Yeah. It is so fun. It like night and day. When I tuned my car, it was literally like having a brand new car. Enough of the positives. What would I say about the negatives? What would you say, anything negative about your whip?
It's really hard because I do really like the car. Going from the STI to this car is like night and day. The STI is really like aggressive. This car is really comfortable. But things I don't like, obviously, I wanted a coupe, but having a coupe is not practical. If there's any more than 2 people at the function, my car is out of the question.
Yes.
The biggest negative is that the sunroof doesn't open all the way back. It just tilts.
I saw online that they deliberately didn't do that because it would destroy the look of the car.
I don't see how it would, but who am I to argue with the head engineer about it? So
things I'd say about my whip now is, especially because mine is in the higher mileage, is once like you hit that 5,000 mile mark of not doing your oil, you just kind of start seeing it deplete a little bit, like little bits of oil just getting burned and burned and burned. And I used to have a V8 B7 S4 and that thing will consume the whole jug in like a week.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is nothing. I'm so used to that, but it's still kind of a mild annoyance. And another thing I'd say is that the stock car is very boring compared for when you tune it. But obviously, it's not for everyone. Yeah. If I was to recommend, I'd just tell people to get like a mild exhaust and definitely an intake. Don't even tune it if you want to keep it like reliable enough to where you just chill. And then obviously the maintenance, like the water pump and the thermostat and the transmission, they tend to go out. But again, like I said, once you really do those, you don't really got to see it till like a while. Especially the transmission, like I don't think you'll never see that ever again once you fix it. Honestly, this is one of the best cars I've ever really driven daily. And I work valet. I drive a lot of cars, and I love driving my whip. I never get bored of this. Seriously. Yeah. I think it's time to get the show on the road with a couple of tests.
This video is a comparison between a stock S5 and a tuned S5/S4.
Yeah.
It's the same platform, really. Nothing's really changing, but the body. We'll probably get maybe like a 40 or 50 roll between them.
Yeah.
We'll do a dig race, see how that TCU tune pairs up against a manual, which is probably a lot of a difference.
Instant. A little reminder or hint, it's instant. It just shifts instantly, bro. The ASMR spot of the video.
We got the ASMR spot. It's windy as fuck right now.
Yeah.
This is the sound portion test of the video. So we're gonna be testing stock versus modified exhaust. We're gonna be testing them in comfort mode first, and then going into dynamic mode.
Yeah. I am not gonna lie, you could really hear that supercharger. Even OEM stock. Yeah, I heard it.
Damn. I mean, the difference is night and day. You could probably even hear the exhaust a little bit.
Bro, when I redline it, you could hear it probably like laughing. Like,
yeah. All right, so we'll move on to the exhaust, and then we'll get some driving clips. Go into like a little bit how much is your stuff, like the intake, how much, and the exhaust.
So the intake, I would say I bought it for $700. I bought the intake before I even bought the car, by the way. That's how down bad I was. So I bought the intake for like $750. The exhaust with all labor, because I pretty much just bought just pipes essentially, which were like $200.
Yeah.
And then cut off the 2 resonators, which is like $250 in labor. I had a boy that owns a shop do it for me, so I got it so cheap.
Yeah.
So for the exhaust, like $500. Not that much, to be honest.
Yeah.
For him cutting all the res off and welding all the pipes back in.
Yeah.
So.
And that's another thing. If you're gonna want to get into this platform, knowing people is probably the best money saver that you could have. End of discussion. Like, some of the work on these cars is just so expensive and so time consuming that if you're just gonna go to Audi, you might as well just call your bank up and ask for a fucking loan.
Yeah.
ran into a small inconvenience as we were setting up the equipment, like the camera shit. Cops pulled up on us, said verbatim, whatever you're doing, it's not okay.
It's not okay.
Just like that.
Because we're taking up 3 fucking parking spots
In an empty parking lot.
Completely empty lot. And he just has to, he's having a, that's a fucking power trip. I could tell he was like definitely 5'4".
We got
in that
like
car.
half of a run in, and then we pulled over.
And he showed up.
Because I was just feeling weird about it. And literally, what, 1 minute after, not even like 30 seconds after we parked up, here he comes, driving past us on this road, staring at us, staring daggers at us.
Bro, what a fucking loser, bro. That wraps it up for the Stage 1 3.0T versus stock 3.0T. Comment down below what you think about the video and any ideas next. And I'll see you guys in 2 weeks.